Well, first off, you're going to be biking, so you should get really used to learning how to braid your hair because not only is it humid and it's hot, but you're going to have a helmet on and it's going to ruin whatever you thought you could do with your hair. So you're just going to have to figure out how to like put it in some kind of bun or braid or just something. But it's okay because you have the Spirit, so you always look beautiful, so you don't have to worry about that. But the other thing, it's hot. And so you need to wear light clothing, and the best skirts are to get them at like thrift stores, something that's light and breezy, something that's longer because you will be biking. So if it's like a short like pencil skirt, it just won't work. So that's no good. But also to get like nicer clothes for meetings too, because that was always good to have like some solid nice clothes for church and for meetings. And makeup is just gonna melt off. So you can put makeup on, but you probably shouldn't put a lot because it'll just run down your face. But other than that, Florida's the best place ever.
As for clothing, definitely try on clothes before you go on your mission, because you buy lots of cute things that are super, you think, modest, but you really could try harder. And you know, the whole below the knee covering, it's a lot. So definitely try it on, or else you'll go to the MTC and then you'll have to send a lot of things back home, and that's traumatic. So make sure that it's things that you can move in, things that you don't mind, especially if you're serving somewhere where it gets really hot, like chiffon and silk. That's all fine and dandy, but you're gonna smell gross, let's be honest. But you still have a chance to look great, so definitely take advantage of that. Take advantage of the fact that we are allowed to wear colors and accessories and things like that, because people see sister missionaries, and not, no offense to the elders, but sister missionaries are kind of literally like the light. I have had so many people comment when we were with groups of other sisters like, oh, you are dressed so nicely, it's so nice to see women your age dressed so appropriately, and they talk to us and we're able to talk about the church and why are we just like this. So the things that you wear actually do have a big impact. I didn't really think that before I went out. I was like, oh, I'll just cover what I have to, but what you wear actually does affect how people perceive you. As for safety as sisters, just follow the Spirit, of course. There have been many times in my mission where I have literally been compelled by the Spirit to get out of a certain area, and I don't know what would have happened if I stayed, but that applies to everybody. Just follow the Spirit and you will be where you need to. There are a lot of times where maybe I was scared because you're put in certain situations where you're around people that are maybe not doing the best things, and you feel kind of outnumbered, but if the Spirit allows you to stay there, then trust that. There are a lot of times where maybe somebody's smoking or drinking or doing something that's kind of like awkward for you to be there, but miracles have happened from those two. So just go by the Spirit. And also recognize that as sisters, you have power. We have power. We are called for a purpose. There are a lot of people who would not talk to elders. They would only talk to sisters because of the, I guess, the role that we portray. And I learned one of my humbling experiences on my mission is that I'm not to be like an elder. Like when I came out, I've only really gone out with elders like on exchanges and things, or like taught with elders before my mission. So I like kind of was very bold in like the not so polite way, I guess you could say, maybe. And I just don't know, that works for some people, but for sisters, you're more of the nurturing role. You're supposed to, people turn to you because we, I guess, have a different purpose. So I kind of maybe went a little too hard in the first week or two of my mission, and I was like, no, that's not okay. I made somebody cry, like, no, like it was terrible. So then I learned, okay, it's okay to be sensitive but strong, you know, just teach how the Savior would, but as a sister.
I would say for clothes, I took a lot of clothes that I didn't actually use on my mission. Like, I had stuff that you would like layer with like jackets and all this stuff that was really cute, you know, but it was really hot there, so I never would layer up because it was just, I just die of heat. And so I used a lot of just t-shirts that were, I mean, they were cute, they had little patterns on them or little designs and stuff, but things that are more simple there because it was too hot to do things that were all really cute and layered, you know. I preferred skirts that were, obviously you have to have a requirement where they go below your knee, but I love the skirts that were more, they were more like flowy and they were at the knee. And I had one skirt that was kind of like a pencil skirt. It wasn't super tight, but I did not like that skirt at all. I would not suggest that skirt for anyone going to a hot mission because it's just uncomfortable. shoes, I used just normal flats. I bought some shoes, I think they're like Danskos or something like that. They're big and bulky and they're actually pretty ugly, but everyone said that you had to get them because you had to walk a lot. But in reality, we didn't walk very much. And so I just wore normal flats and they were perfectly fine. I didn't have any problems with pain in my feet or anything like that. So just cute flats.
Well, that is a great place, but there's definitely like some crazies. And I guess it depends on which area you're in. Usually people are super respectful of Jesus people, as I say. They're really nice. They'll help us out and be quite kind, but a lot of people also have really negative connotations with Jesus people. And because a lot of them had never seen like Sister Missionaries before, they thought a lot of the time that we were Jehovah's Witnesses, and a lot of them had really bad experiences with them. And so like we did a couple times get like stuff thrown at us from the street or people yelling stuff at us, but you know, for the most part, people were really sweet, even if they weren't interested in what we were sharing. I think like your biggest danger would just be like crazy people that like want to get very close to you. like if you meet people on the street, like sometimes they misinterpret kindness, even if it's the most like kindness like that you can give. Like the stiff arms, like sometimes people just don't understand. So like you'll get a lot of people, especially with Sister Missionaries, that like want to date Sister Missionaries, or like once I did get kissed, but I like turned my head just in time. I mean, got me right there. It was so awful. But that's probably your biggest problem. It's just, I don't know. I feel like people are very kind on the streets, but not a lot of people will actually listen to people and want to help them with like actual problems, even if they're not real problems. I don't think they're used to that, and so sometimes people will misinterpret that. So you just got to kind of get a feel for the area and the people and what they're like, and make it very, very clear, just, you know, that you should be all right. And luckily, if you're obedient, you always be with a companion. It won't be too big of a problem at all. You come up with ways together to deal with situations like that, and always communicate with your leaders, and things are great. It's a great place. Biking is sometimes dangerous. Always wear a helmet, like the rules say. Sometimes there aren't sidewalks to bike on. That's like our main transport in that mission is biking, sometimes cars. But yeah, it's always really hot. Gotta bring water, and they always made us drink Gatorade, which I don't like, but I had to do it. But you definitely have to be super aware of like cars and stuff. It's a tourist place, so pretty much you get the drivers from all over the world, the bad drivers all right there. So you have to really watch out. But as you get used to it, I think it's not quite so bad. Just stay on the sidewalk. Sometimes that doesn't help. But yeah, you just got to be careful while biking, depending on the area. But it's not too bad. A lot of people bike or walk. People are very active there, even like the super old people. So it's not uncommon. It's uncommon to see people biking in skirts, but that's a whole other story. Bring a raincoat, a thin one, because it's hot and it rains every day in the summer at about 3 o'clock, and you're biking, so definitely some kind of rain gear. I didn't use mine too often, you just got wet, but I mean, that'd probably be a good thing to have. And we bike usually, so like tighter skirts really don't. They're the worst because they're hot and they don't work for like walking or anything. So like just kind of loose the biking skirts that you can hike your leg over and go for it. And just like as little layers as possible, because literally like you are sweating your guts out. Like it's really hot during the summer. Winter's really nice and actually gets quite cold, or it feels like it's quite cold, but like as few layers as possible. Just buy things that are thinner. And I definitely wish I'd just shopped out there because I had no idea. I just had like kind of thicker stuff and it was not good. But yeah, and shoes, like just wear comfortable shoes. Like you're not going to look cute like in Florida biking no matter what. So you just kind of have to accept that fact and just move on. But like anything that you'd walk or bike in and not want to die at the end of the day, yeah, just something comfortable, and that's what I'd go with.